Welcome TikTok, welcome Google Meet. It's going to be a great time because this is something I've never talked about, and I wanted to make sure that I start this lecture during this exclusive session. So on TikTok, you are actually TikTok subscribers. This is not a general TikTok session. So that's why you notice that the number is very low. It's only for people who subscribe every month on TikTok. And then on Google Meet, it's for the VIPs. And like I said, this is the last VIP program of the Femi Jubal Consulting. From 2026, we're no longer going to have VIP program. We're going to evolve into the 144 conclave, which is going to be launched in the month of March. If you have seen my sorry, you guys didn't remind me again. Okay. Greetings, sorry TikTok, I have to start all over again. Greetings, Mr. Phoenix. God, don't worry, Mr. Phoenix, I promise you that between now and weekend we're going to see. Between now and weekend, I'll see you, my brother. Greetings. Lady Diana, I salute you. On Google Meet, I salute you. Everyone on TikTok, subscribers only, I salute you. Greetings, Lady Diana. My Lady Diana. All right, so this session is very exclusive, and I'm starting a new topic that I've never discussed we have never discussed this topic on social media. This is the first time ever we're talking about this. And you can be rest assured that it's going to be a time well spent. It's going to be a time well spent. Definitely well spent. Be rest assured. So welcome everyone again, welcome. And also on TikTok, this is not a general session on TikTok, it's for subscribers only. That's why the number is low, right? So if you are here, it's because you are a subscriber on TikTok. And if you are here on Google Meet, it's because you are a VIP member. Fortunately or unfortunately, the VIP program of the Femi Jubal Consulting is going to come to an end this year. We're not going to have VIP from 2026. We are pivoting into a more professional community, spiritual professional community from 2026. And that's going to be launched in the month of March. Majori, thank you so much. Majori, thank you. Thank you, Majori. I think Nadia is also here. I think I see Nadia. One second, guys. Nadia, hi. Nadia, I was with somebody over the weekend who is also from Jamaica, but she's in the UK, and her father was also affected by the hurricane in Jamaica. So I was telling her about you. Okay, let's go straight to it. It's really, really bad. It's really bad. She was showing me pictures. You could see a whole community went down. Our father's house was the only house because it's a big house. But then, I said it in 2024 that people should expect more intense humanitarian crisis in 2025, and that people should be prepared for it. But all of these are meant to happen because in the universal year 9, everything that needs to come to an end will come to an end, so that we can begin a fresh start. 2026 is the beginning of a new 9-year cycle. So we can have a clean slate and begin. So a lot of people in 2020, and see, how you end 2025 will determine how you're going to start 2026. So there are a lot of people that, because of the situations and circumstances around them, they are beginning to have low energy. There are people who are concerned about what people are saying. You are giving too much of your energy and focus to the drama and the chaos out there. Don't carry that energy into 2026. If you do, it may last for another 9 years. It may last for another 9 years. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about today. You can type in the comment section if you are here and you've heard anything about the handler. 1 second, I'm going to type that in the comment section. Remember Kanye West, when he was revealing a lot of things to us about the Jews, he said everybody has a handler. Have you heard that word? He said they gave him a handler who was meant to be his therapist. This. This I mentioned about the exit of a notable religious figure in Nigeria. When someone notable recently passed, I remember that particular VIP session. And also the Pope. The Pope, Pope. There was even one notable preacher that was also meant to go, but something worked for them. They had to quickly do something about it. That didn't come out to the public, but we know. Let's make this. And I didn't say all of these things from a prophetic point of view. It's just mathematics, it's just calculation, it's just numerology, it's just the dominant energy of the time that everyone has access to. There are no prophets anywhere. You are the prophet of your life. If anybody is going to prophesy anything into your life, it should be something, it should be a confirmation of what you already know within you. It should be a confirmation of what you have been thinking about, so that nobody becomes a lord of your own university. You should be the chancellor of your university. Your life should not be ultimately influenced by prophet, messiah, pastor, religion, politics. No. You must be at the center of your life. So it's not prophecy. A lot of the things that are going to happen in 2026, most of the things that will happen in 2026, I already have an inclination, because it's just numerology, advanced numerology, mathematics, astrology, all of those things. Diana, can you mute? Diana, please kindly mute. Okay, let me. I'm sorry, I apologize. That's okay. Okay. I want to put it on the comment section so when people comment, I can see. So what do you think will happen in 2026? What do you think will happen? Maybe I should take this thing more serious and just give myself a title. I am commonizing these things. Because honestly, a lot of the things I said in 2024, if I had referred to myself as a prophet, I probably would be riding a private jet by now. Because I'm just saying those things happen and people are reminding me, you said this. I just commonized and casualized those things. Oh God. Maybe by now I will be one of those top guys. People will take me more seriously if I say Apostle Femi Jubal. Even the plane crashes. What did I say in 2024? I said the airwave, there's a lot of the fire elements, the air element, that there will be a lot of issues in the airwave, that people should send positive energy. And by January, and probably people also collectively sent positive energy, and were able to avert a lot of crises that would have happened. Remember, this year there are a lot of some minor casualties at the Lagos airport, Max Air and the rest of them, and no life was lost. So maybe I'm commonizing these things. Maybe I should brand it more and start cashing out on it. It happened in Ghana. No, but that's not the point. We are not trying to start something where everybody will refer to us as the prophet of our time. It's too stressful, because there are people who have expectations of you. I can't meet people's expectations, because now they would want to brand you as some holy man. I'm not a holy man. I'm not a holy man. I'm a man with self-control and discipline, because I know there is no such thing as a holy person. It's all lies. Because my goal here, your goal here, is not to be a holy person. It's to be a genuine human being. You are not here to be holy. You are here to be genuine. Because holy people don't exist anywhere. It's a lie. Let's go to today's topic. So you heard Kanye West mention this title, Handler. And he said that when they noticed that he was talking too much, when the powers that be, the elites, when they noticed that Kanye West was spilling some of the things that he was not meant to spill, he was exposing them, what did they do? Somehow they found a way to integrate someone in his circle who was there to handle his therapy, medical activities and all that. But unknown to him, the person was a handler. The powers that be planted a handler, who he employed the handler, right, as a therapist. And guess what? The handler was feeding him with pills, as if he was a mad person, just to sustain the narrative that Kanye West is unstable, he has mental problem. Now, someone else is now talking about, people criticized Kanye West that period. A lot of you followed this story, right? If you know this story, kindly type in the comment section. Many people, you followed this story. And what do people do? They criticize Kanye West, is this, is that. But now, who is talking about handlers? Candace Owens, right? Is it Candace Owens? Candace, is it Candace something? Candace Owens or Candace? Please, I always forget all these names. Thank you. Go and watch the video where Candace Owens said she is 100% sure that Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated, and herself have handlers. That she discovered later that they have handlers. One of my friends, who is a very popular pastor, he's a young pastor, very popular. He lives in this estate. Because it was when I saw Candace Owens mention it, and I looked at the trajectory of my social media activities and the experiences and some of the things, I've met people who have proposed some things, and it dawned on me, like, the moment you step into your destiny, right, handlers will come. Sometimes they are not handlers of your destiny. They are hijackers of your destiny. And they come in different ways. And this pastor friend of mine, who is very popular, young pastor, very popular. Mention another guy who is like, if you're talking about the star boy of Pentecostalism, when you say star boy of Pentecostalism is the one. And he said, there is someone that was appointed to him by some group of people. And the moment that person took up this young man's, this star boy of Pentecostalism, took up his assignment, funding that he has it. And I said, this thing is actually very true. I have been approached by someone who told me that I met in Metama. I'm not making things up. Who told me this thing you are doing, you are sitting on a gold mine. I'm just too stubborn. I'm like my father. It's just that I'm smarter because I'm going to make more. I'm going to make money in my life. I'm not going to do it the way my father did it. But I'm not going to go out of my principles and my values, especially when it has to do with control and telling me what to say or what to do. And listen, the moment the handlers come and you support, the moment you give in to the handlers, you have also given in to their dictates, their rules, and their regulations, and they are going to always have dirt on you. Why do you think nobody wants to address the Einstein file? How many of you know about the Einstein file? Why do you think Donald Trump campaign, one of the key points of his campaign was, I'm going to declassify the Einstein file. He is now the president. Oga doesn't want to do anything about it. The previous president said the same thing. Everybody has been saying Jeffrey Epstein, thank you. Jeffrey Epstein. Do you know why? Because the Mossad, which is the Israeli intelligence, they are the suppliers of handlers. Of course, you know that the Israelis rule the world with the papacy and Rome. They are the same people, Europeans, claiming Israelis. So they can easily spot the next big star. These are deep stuff. The rest of the world, the majority of the world are just living with us. That's why they are easily carried away by all this drama and entertainment and propaganda and agenda. I'm not carried away by those things. That's why I don't discuss Trump wants to send military to Nigeria. How is that my business? Oh, let him not send. Let him send. That's just the surface. There are other things in the background that, at the depth of that conversation, are things that you and I know nothing about. But those who are conscious, those who are really truly spiritual, they can tell that, oh, okay, they can put the puzzles together. They are not going to declassify the Jeffrey Epstein file. Because guess what? Israel, the Mossad, they have dirts, right, on virtually all the elites of this world. Because they are the supplier of the handlers. The moment you start rising, they will attach somebody to you. So the person would know, the person is the one that collects intelligence and data about you and sends it to them. So in future, when you have to choose between them and humanity, because they can expose your secrets. They have videos of you sleeping with 12-year-old girls. They have videos of you moving money from one place to another. They have all of those data and evidence about you. So people have known the concept of handlers from just one dimension. We're going to look at it from two different, because it opened my eyes like, this is why this man called me for a meeting. Because the plan was for me to just mellow down on what I'm saying so I can just brand it as a Christian esoteric thing, but not necessarily call it Christian. And then it can now be funded. And then we can now rise to a place of influence and authority, and we can now be used to move things. So that they can now come and tell you what you should say, what you should not say, what you should do, what you should not do. No. And then whilst you are doing that, they are also collecting information about you because they are going to be privy to your private life. So there are destiny handlers. And there are destiny handlers that are activators of your destiny. There are also handlers that are manipulators of your destiny. So mastering guidance, mastering control, mastering self-sovereignty is key to making sure that your destiny is not corrupted. Because listen, the moment you do one thing, you open the gates to doing other things. I like having conversation with politicians, and I would ask a politician, I would say something like, have you murdered someone before? Have you unalived anybody before for the sake of politics? And I always get my answer from them either answering or not answering. And I always get my answer. And somebody was very honest with me one day, and he said, let me tell you something. When you enter this thing, you will realize that one day will come, right? And the only option you will have is to either be the active executioner of unaliving an opponent or somebody that might threaten your intention. You will either be the active executioner of that assassination project, or you are going to be a passive participant. You are going to be either of the two, whether you like it or not. You either know they are about to do it and you keep quiet, or you are the one that is doing it. And that's what the person told me. And he further said, and the day it is done, either with you participating passively or actively, unaliving a person then becomes a solution when you are faced with problems in your political career. I was like, this is the most honest and profound response I've gotten to something like this. So, self-sovereignty, the ability to govern yourself to the point where when it comes to very, very important decisions to be made in life, you can make those decisions by yourself without anybody influencing you to do something that would corrupt your soul contract. That's what self-sovereignty is. A lot of us will say, well, I have a godfather, I have a godmother. Yes, it's great to have those people. I have a mentor, spiritual father. These are the people who have the proclivity to become either your destiny handler or your destiny hijacker. I have a lover, I have a friend, right? Business partner, investor, right? Mother, father, sister. We're having a conversation online, is a chat group online, and the lady said, I think that my mother is my destiny hijacker. So mastering guidance, mastering control, and self-sovereignty. Self-sovereignty is the key to making sure that no matter what life throws at you, you don't do anything that will corrupt your destiny. Because there are two different dimensions of this. Now, let's go further. And you're going to pay, because this is the best time to start paying attention to the events of your life. People are sent to you for different reasons. If you know that the next 9 years for you is not like the last 9 years, you must pay attention to what I'm saying. Because there are two forces around every destiny. There are two forces around every destiny. Two forces around every destiny. So you have a handler, because they are both handlers. They are handling you. A handler is different from an advisor. An advisor suggests. Kanye West therapist was his handler. So he gave him. So I can suggest, as an advisor, I would suggest something that you can do. But as a handler, I will make you do it. So a handler is different from an advisor. But the truth remains that if your destiny is bigger than you, you need a handler. You just have to know if your handler is an activator or is a manipulator, a hijacker. So what are we doing tonight? We are exposing, we are discerning, and we are reclaiming, because a lot of people, they have lost a lot to not knowing that the people they refer to as mentors, as spiritual father, as pastor, as prophet, as this one, as that, as mother, as father, those people are their destiny hijackers. They are their destiny the ones manipulating their destiny. We're going to see tonight. Now, what is your destiny? So, handler, one is an activator. One is a what? Manipulator. There are people right now watching this who, you've had a lot of people in your life who you thought that without them you can't be anything. But they are actually not the activator of your destiny. They are the manipulator of your destiny. And you don't make decisions, irrational decisions, when it comes to things like this. You must study the event. You must pay attention to the trajectory. You must study the event to truly know, without sentiment, guided emotion, what role is this person playing in my life? You don't want to carry a manipulative handler into the next 9 years. You don't want to. People who are in a very subtle way influencing you to do things, to think things that are contrary to the blueprint of your soul. Yet, you think they are helping you. You think they are helping you. So there are two forces around every destiny. Okay? But what is the definition of the destiny? In numerology, your destiny number is the first number in your name numerology, which is your expression. And it is the how. Right? It is not the who, it is not the why, it is the how. It is how. So what does that mean? What is destiny? Destiny is not carved in stone. Destiny is not something carved in stone. Destiny is not a permanently marked script. No. Destiny is a program of potentials. That's what it is. So destiny is how, expressions, strategies, stratagems, methods, steps, decisions. That's what destiny is. Steps, programs. That's what destiny is. And every destiny needs an initiator. A lot of times, many of us, you may not be the initiator of your destiny, The person that would initiate your destiny may be someone else. A guardian. A colleague who is superior to you in the office. A teacher, a neighbor. But every destiny needs an initiator. Every destiny needs a guardian. And a handler is a guardian, not an advisor. A handler is an initiator of destiny. So for some people, even if you have started walking your path, okay, let me use myself okay, let me not use myself as let me use the other guy I was telling you about, who is like the star boy of Pentecostalism. When he started rising and someone was assigned to him, right? Even though he had started walking in his path, in his destiny, the person that was assigned to him started funding him. So that initiated a higher dimension of his destiny. So for instance, if I accept to do things with the story I told you about somebody in Mitama, that would have initiated a higher dimension of my destiny. Maybe I won't even be doing live session on social media again. I will have my own real estate land everywhere. You know, people will be, you know, that's what I'm going to get there. It may take time, right? I have our own permanent site because we would have institutionalized it to the point where I am now the apostle of the movement. I'm not the apostle of the movement. So listen to me, please. What you are hearing tonight is not for you to go out there and be negative and be seeing people as evil. No. Because you must have a handler. For the next 9 years, one of the things, we're going to start the 36-day manifestation and future design mastery on the 16th of December, right? One of the things you must put in your 9-year blueprint and design is you need to call forth your handler. You need to start calling forth your handlers. People who will see what you are doing, and they are not coming to manipulate or hijack. They are coming to activate the next higher dimension of your life, of your destiny, that you won't have been able to do on your own. One of the things I've been told by people is that they told me I don't have any institutional backing. I've been told that you don't have any, that you need to find a way to have an institutional backing. And I said, well, maybe I'm raising those who are going to be the new institutions. Because they have been told if you had an institutional backing, who is a handler or handlers, you would have been elevated to the next higher dimension of your destiny. In your job, some of you, the idea that you have, or you think people are just coming to Nigeria to come and invest in tech startups? They are going to attach handlers to them. Everything is a means to control the narrative. You don't know this? I'm sure some of you know this. Oh, you think he just has paystack and they just invested their money. The narrative must be controlled. I'm not saying they do that with paystack. I'm just telling you that nothing is what it is at the surface. Oh, you think that guy just started preaching, and then before you know it now, he's owning all manner of things and flying everywhere. There is a handler or handlers. You think that girl is just in the Nigerian movie industry? You are an actress. You are just there. You are an actress. So you are neither commanding the handler, who is an activator, nor. So, let me tell you something that happens. If you are not calling forth your handler, who is the activator of your destiny, you are going to attract the handler who is the manipulator of your destiny. Period. Exactly, also in the development sector. If you don't make it a point of call to start calling forth the handlers who are the activators of your destiny, the handlers who are the manipulators are going to be the ones influencing your life. And you will just think, why am I working so hard? I'm the one, I have all this, but nobody wants to help me, because there is manipulating. Because if there is no initiator, if there is no guardian of your destiny, because your destiny is a program of potentials, right? So meaning that if it is a program, all of those programs must have a source code. The source code must produce algorithms, right? So everything must be protected, encrypted, right? And designed to produce the results that it is designed to produce. All of those things need protection. Protection. Initiator, activator, needs a guardian. Your handler is not your advisor. A lot of us, the only people we have are advisors. That's why there's no help. 25,000 advisors. No, how do they say that? 70 advisors. A handler is different from a destiny helper. No. See, people can come into your life and help. There are a lot of you here, I consider you as my destiny helper, because everything I've done, without even asking you for nothing, you just said, I want to. So you are a destiny helper. A handler is higher than a destiny helper. That's why, if you don't call forth a handler who is an activator, you are going to attract the handler who is a manipulator. And they either keep you at the bottom for life, or they lift you up, but with very, very risky conditions. Some of you are business people. People are crying about mentors. Which mentor? You need a handler. Yes, you're going to have destiny helpers, you can have mentors, but let me tell you, in the next 9 years, because see, let me tell you one of the things you can do to yourself between now and the end of this year. Create a dream or a goal for the next 9 years that is bigger than, that is impossible for you in the moment. That's the only time you are qualified to start commanding, calling forth a handler that is an activator of your destiny. That is a guardian, an initiator, because you are not passive right now. You are already on your path. That's why I said that by now, there is nobody here who is younger than 28 years old. You are meant to have embodied your life path. You're not in the era of your life path. You are already your life path. So you are in the era of your pinnacle cycle, your long-term energy frequency. That's where you are now. So your goals is meant to be a 9 years plan, universal 9 years plan from next year, 2026. And that's the only time you are going to be qualified for a handler who is an activator, initiator. Because if you don't call that forth, see what's coming. Maybe this is already manipulators. They're already there. Hijackers, controllers, infiltrators. Handlers who are infiltrators, those ones, they are actually very many. That's why I'm always kind of sounding like I'm warning those, those in the community who have just launched something or they're about to. It is not everybody that comes to you in the name of partnership that are coming in the name of partnership. I've dealt with a lot of people in the past, so I can tell you, some people are not coming to partner. They can act like, yeah. They are coming to infiltrate. Just know that now. So don't think what you are launching because it's still fresh, it's still new, so let me just partner with everybody. Some of these people are handlers who are infiltrators. They have control. They want to control everything you do. So let's go here. So this is very important. The reason you were talking about all this is because you have a soul contract. And your soul contract has a language. Your soul contract has timeline keys. At this point in your life, you are meant to meet this people or this person, right? And from there, you move from there to meeting this person. Okay, after 9 years, you meet this person and this person. Then you meet this person and this person. There are timeline keys. And there are people who they always arrive at their thresholds. Always arrive. Because some people, they would also arrive. They would arrive at their threshold, but the handler is a manipulator. Will make them do the things they don't want to do. What did Kanye West say? He said his mother was offered as a sacrifice. That his mother's death was a ritual. Is he not rich? Didn't he become famous? He still reached, he arrived at his threshold, right? But at the cost of what? At what cost? At the expense of who? And let me tell you something that we need to understand. One of the things that activates the timelines of your destiny is friction. It's friction. It's friction. There are people in your life right now, handlers, whether they are low handlers or high profile handlers, right? Who are manipulators and infiltrators. And as long as they are present in this phase of your life, you can't move to the next phase of your life. The only thing that can pivot you to the next phase in your destiny is if there is a friction. I'm not afraid of having, I'm not saying I'm going to be going out all over the place and having friction with people. There are frictions that when you see those frictions, there are conflicts and disagreements that happen between you and people. And if you pay attention and you look at it spiritually, you would know that this person is not meant to go to the next phase with you. That's why this thing has happened. So let it go. Because if they move, because you won't even be able to move to the next phase, because you can't move to the next phase when there are manipulators and infiltrators at the center of your program of destiny. It's impossible, guys. It's impossible. So it is friction. When you have issues with people, always sit down again. After all the anger, sit down and look at it again. Look at it with the lens of your soul blueprint. Study the events of your life and look at it. Study everything that has happened. Look, see, don't be emotional or sentimental. Look, you will discover that this is one of my policies in life. There are people I have had disagreements with. One of my friends who also bought the house in this estate, we had a disagreement that lasted for we didn't talk to each other for 2 years. But guess what? I was not even in this place yesterday. I was in the other house. He spent the whole day in this house yesterday because his internet in his house was not working. But there was a time we did not talk for 2 years. But we came back and reconciled, right? Because whatever happened between us had nothing to do with who he is. It was about the disagreement. But there are people that I can never, and this is not about this religious forgive, don't forgive, move on. Right? I'm not in that level. I can never have them in my space again forever and ever. It's the end. They are also children of infinite intelligence. They can be whatever they need to become without me. I'm not their worry. But they can never be in my space. You know why? Because the friction, you know what the friction did? It activated something in me that opened me up to the revelation that they are not fit for the next phase of my life. So it wasn't about what happened, it was about who they are. It's about who this person is. Based on who they cannot go with you. The reason you have been at the same place for a long time is because they are with you. You have no idea. Energy transference. The people you have in your circle, the world is an energy market and you are transacting every day. Evil communication corrupts good manner. I'm not saying people are evil, but based on who they are and the energy they carry, as long as you're with them, you cannot move. But conflict happens because destiny is calling you. Because if these people don't go, these people cannot appear. Because you can't have activators and manipulators in the same space. So there are spiritual handlers. We're going to get to the point where in Yoruba cosmology, for instance, your Ori is your spiritual handler. Everything circles back to your Ori. In Igbo, your Chi. The Dogons will call it the monad. That's your number one handler. If your Ori is not pleased with you, if you are not in alignment with your Ori, then life becomes a struggle. So the reason, the 36-day manifestation marathon goal set, and we call it Future Design Mastery for this year, we're going to look at the 4 quadrants of your life from a totally different perspective. Because listen, handlers who are hijackers, who are manipulators, who are infiltrators, right? They trap energy on one plane. They are not interested in your 4 square. They just want to get you in one place. If they get you in one of the quadrants of your life, they go to you in all the other places. So if your spirit and soul, right? Your body and fitness, your money and work, your relationship and family, they will just get you in one place and then they succeed. So they move across all those planes. You see what they did to Kanye West? They couldn't get him in his business. He lost everything, came back. When he left Jay-Z, someone that was making millions from music, left Jay-Z, went bankrupt, went to beg Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg said he didn't have money to give him. Went into fashion, became a billionaire overnight. They didn't succeed in getting him in his money and work, so they went for his family. Because handlers move. And if you have one handler that is powering just one quadrant of your life, right? If you are now lucky to now have different handlers for different quadrants of your life, you've hit a jackpot. The jackpot. Why did I stand up? I don't know. This is up to an hour, right? Now there is a way to test, and this is one of the things you're going to do, because this is the best time to start relationship audits. First and foremost, audit yourself. Because there is a test for you to know who is an activator, who is a manipulator. Your husband can be a handler in your life who is an activator. He can be a handler who is a manipulator. If every time you are trying to do big things, your husband is trying to talk down on it, he's discouraging you from doing it, you have a manipulator as well. If every time you are trying to do something great, your wife is the one that is in a very subtle way discouraging you and trying to make sure that you remain small. There are wives and husbands who are activators of destiny. There are bosses who are activators of destiny. They don't care whether you keep working with them. You can leave, but they would activate the next program of your potential. Because destinies are not engrafted in stone. It's a program of potentials. What are these energetic? These tests. What are these tests? Friction is very good, please. Because friction would help you know who needs to stay. Friction will help you figure out when you study crisis management, crisis control, personal, crisis between people. And you will start paying attention to the things that even happened in the past that you did not pay attention to. And he'll tell you a lot. What are these tests? Let's look at it. If you notice that the presence, the active presence of a person or group of people in your life is not producing expansion, it's producing contraction, and you have done or you are doing everything you need to do, you need to start, checking. Test all spirits. Bible says, test all spirits. Test all spirits. People who don't promote your expansion, they are always trying to tell you, they are in a subtle or direct way trying to tell you how to, be small. Minimize this, your dream. Minimize this thing you are saying you want to do. So it's either expansion or it's contraction. It's either clarity or it's confusion. Even when you are not confused, you have clarity. But just because you had a conversation with your so-called mentor, you just become confused. Like after the conversation, you are confused. Just because you shared your next plan with them. That's why you have to be dogged. If I share my plan with anybody, you know why I'm sharing it? I've already made up my mind to do it. So there is nothing in this world you can say that will change my mind. I've already made up my mind. This is different from asking for your advice. No, I just shared it with you because I think maybe you can contribute, or maybe you have any idea you can bring into it. I'm not telling you you can tell me to remain small, cut down on what I'm saying. So if you like, give me 1 million reasons why I should not do it. You will see me doing it. Because you can't confuse me. When there is clarity, whenever you already have clarity, but you notice that because you are now open about this, confusion starts. You have shared your dreams with handlers who are hijackers, and sometimes they will even go and execute what you told them. They will pretend that they are not learning from you, but they copy everything you do. It's because they are trying to create confusion. Don't do this is what, but months later, they are doing the same thing. Courage versus guilt. Courage. There are people you hang around them, they boost your courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move on, even when you are afraid. There are people who they will boost what you never thought you could do. Just because you are hanging around them to execute it, you will do it. How did I do this? Because they activated courage. They are activators of destiny. They activated courage. They are not looking for dependence, because for them, it is okay for you to be independent of them. Independence versus dependence. I am here to just activate people's destiny. I'm not here for you to come and be calling me spiritual father. I'm here to help you begin the journey, right, to your own authenticity. That's all. Because the moment you present yourself as the savior of people now, they will start, he's not married. Why is he with that girl? Yeah, I'm not married. I can have sex. I'm not married. I don't care. I don't believe in those rules. So I will not allow you to put me on one nonsense pedestal so you can now judge me, man of God. No, I'm not your man of God. I'm a man who is a bachelor, who has feelings, who is not yet married. And sometimes he can engage healthy sexual outlets. Period. That's it. So carry your sane mentality to other places. I'm not your prophet or your apostle. Oh man. And let me tell you something. As we close, this is part 1. The part 2 will continue in the general session on Friday. So most of the things you have heard now, you will hear it on Friday. It is very possible for your handler, even if he's an activator, not a manipulator, to become weary. They can drift. So this is the law of observation. Be very, if you know that what you carry, your destiny is bigger than you, right? You must be somebody who is very observant. You must pay attention to events. You must engage and activate the 4 energy, attention to details, because even a handler who is an activator can drift. They can drift. And sometimes guidance can become a cage. When they drift, they don't even know that, oh, they are sent into your life to activate, but then they begin to manipulate. You must also know that they started by encouraging you, but now they are discouraging you. They have drifted. You know why this matters, brothers and sisters? You are stepping into the universal year 1, the next 9 years. Okay. So the best time to install the designs, the programs, everything you need to install that would serve the 9-year cycle, this is the best time. This is the best time to do that. This is the best time to do that. And we're going to stop there today. We're going to stop there today. And the 36-day manifestation and future design mastery is going to start on the 16th of December. And this is going to be different from any other masterclass we attended. Be rest assured. We have 2 different options. There is the premium and there is VIP. Right? And if you go to my website, thefemijubao.com, you're going to see the VIP benefits there. It's a 36-day event, but we have breaks. You also see you will see the schedule on the website. The days we are having live sessions, the day you are going to have your own private session in your house with exercises, the day we are going to rest. And we're looking at topics like how to design your North Star chart for 2026 to 2034. You need all this for the next 9 years. We're looking at how to integrate the Grabovoi codes and sound frequencies and your numerology, your personal numerology. You're going to learn the neuroscience of manifestation. We're going to decode universal and personal numerology of 2026. And you're going to discover the astrology of... I'm inviting Israel Ajose, the man who taught us astrology during ICC, is coming to teach subscribers astrology, the astrology of 2026. There will be advanced esoteric practices to cast a spell around your name. For the next 9 years, they're going to cast, not all those ones I've taught you before, advanced practical exercises and rituals they're going to perform to cast a spell around your name, around your business, around your family for the next 9 years. You're going to create your 2026 to 2024 sigil for personal, for family, for business success. We're going to explore business numerology of 2026 so you can align your brand with cosmic timing. And then you will master the future design and goal setting using 4 squares of desire. We're also going to look at some health, money, and relationship quadrants is a full package, and registration link is on my TikTok platform. If you're a member of the VIP, not TikTok now, if you're a member of the VIP, you know that you already, paid for all the master classes in 2026 by virtue of your annual subscription. But the VIP program is ending this year. We're not going to have VIP program again for Femi Jubal Consulting. We're not going to have. So this is the last VIP program we're going to have. So the premium version comes with benefits. The VIP version comes with benefits, but it's not this VIP. The VIP comes with its own benefits. It's the VIP of the master class. So the current VIP program is going to enjoy the premium VIP benefits by virtue of the annual subscription. We're going to give more details on the website between now and the 6th of February, because from tomorrow we're going to start counting down to the 36 days, 40-day countdown to the 36-day manifestation and future design mastery. I would encourage you to participate in this and be ready to take on and to move into 2026 with so much energy that nothing will be able to stop you in the next 9 years. Let me close with this. I've seen it. People have sent this video to me. A lot of people have sent this video to me. Let me see if I can play it. Yes, let me see if I can play it. And
if you want to be famous, if God wants to lift you,
there's something I want to say about it.
To the world from Nigeria, your feet must touch Lagos. There are 2 cities your feet must touch: Abeokuta and Lagos. If your feet does not touch prophetically,
can you hear it on TikTok? Can you hear it on TikTok? Okay, let me play it again. TikTok, please. Sorry, Google Meet.
If you want to be famous, if God wants to lift you and announce you to the world from Nigeria, your feet must touch Lagos. There are 2 cities your feet must touch: Abeokuta and Lagos. If your feet does not touch prophetically, your voice will not be heard from this nation, because there is a covenant. In the realm of the spirit, Abeokuta came back to Lagos.
Did you hear it on TikTok? Please answer me so I can know. Did you hear it on TikTok? On Google Meet, were you able to? Did you watch the video? Did you hear the audio on Google Meet? Yeah, please just answer me so I can know. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now, the people who sent these videos, I think they just sent it out of a good feeling, because I've been talking about how, we are going to build an international conscious city in Abeokuta. I didn't say that because I watched this guy's video. Now, because I want to clear some confusion, because we cannot enter the next 9 years following people who make their own conviction a universal law, a general law. This is the path to confusion. It's the path to contraction and confusion. Honestly, as much as what he is saying sounds really cool, it is a lie. We are setting up the international conscious city in Abeokuta because that's my conviction, based on the design of my North Star and my soul's vibration, what I am sure of. That's why Abeokuta and Lagos are not anything better than Anambra State and Enugu. It's a lie. Please don't fall for things like this because the guy is some people's favorite. No. I have nothing against him. I've never said anything about him before. But I don't want us to enter the next 9 years living our lives on things like this. I don't know if this is AI, because these days you also have to be very careful. I don't know if it is AI. Some of you need to move to Calabar, not Lagos. It is a lie. Every territory is serving its, because now you see people now, you will be shocked how many people will move to Abeokuta and Lagos because they have heard that somebody said in the realm of the spirit. What spirits? Please. Please. Remember someone from Kaduna, has always been telling me about this guy. Telling me, you talk like him. No, I don't talk like him. You need to watch it. I remember you said you are going. Did you? No. The move to Abeokuta started years ago. Not this. This is a conspiracy theory. Thank you, Abimbola. Don't fall for things. See. Stop following people that you cannot question some of the things they say. You can't have an idol in your life and think you're going to be an authentic person in the next 9 years. No. I'm not saying everything he says is wrong, but this is totally unacceptable. That if you want to be great, you must. No. Or how did he even say it? Let's watch it again.
If you want to be famous, if God wants to lift you and announce you
so misleading.
to the world from Nigeria, your feet must touch Lagos.
Very misleading.
There are 2 cities your feet must touch, Abeokuta and Lagos.
Very
If
misleading.
your feet does not touch it prophetically, your voice will not be heard from this nation because there is a covenant. In the realm of the spirit, Abeokuta gave birth to Lagos.
All right, so we'll stop there. And so please, we're not moving to Abeokuta because this guy said it. We've always had that. And you should not move anywhere. You should follow the blueprint of your soul. Some of you, it is Osun State that you need to move to. Some people, you need to move to Kaduna. And you don't have to step your foot in Lagos or Abeokuta. Because there is no such thing that is in the realm of the spirit. Abeokuta and Lagos are the yardstick or the frequency meter for anybody's greatness. No, it's a conspiracy theory. Please don't do that. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the session. We're going to look at part 2 on Friday during the general session. Thank you so much, and see you on Friday. Thank you.